Los Angeles loses track of billions of dollars in homeless funding. I gotta be honest with everyone, this story really infuriates me. But before I get into my rants about all of this, let's just go over what we do know. Put this up on the screen. This is from Ground News again. Los Angeles loses track of billions in homelessness funding and audit fines. So now we're going to put up from CBS News here on Thursday. It claims that Los Angeles city and county leaders cannot account for the billions of taxpayer dollars spent on the homeless crisis last year. The LA Alliance for Human Rights pressed for a series of audits in recent years. It's heartbreaking, said Elizabeth Mitchell, an attorney for the LA Alliance for Human Rights. It's atrocious, it's immoral, it's unjustified, but what it is not is surprising. Many of the problems identified were at the Los Angeles Homeless Service Authority, known as LAHSA. The auditor said that the agency's paper trail was so poor that tracking the 2.5 billion spent last year was nearly impossible. It's an actual infrastructure disaster, Mitchell said. The truth is everybody is in charge and nobody is in charge. There are no checks and balances. The office of LA County Supervisor Lindsay Hovarth called for accountability results and an end to this nightmare. This audit is another reminder of what we already know. The current homelessness services system is broken, she said in a statement. We need accountability and results right now, which is why I'm proceeding with the creation of a consolidated county department that will end this nightmare. The president of the Downtown LA Neighborhood Council believes there are other record keeping problems. Even the homeless count is not accurate. Claudia Alvivera said nothing is accurate and based on data. Okay. 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 Let's get one thing out of the way really quickly. You don't lose $2.5 billion. Dollars. You don't. You don't. Can we just call it what it is? You don't lose that money. I'm not saying you cannot in the sense of like, oh, how could you do such a thing? I'm saying it did not happen. It didn't happen. Okay? You have $2.5 billion sitting in some account somewhere. That is too large of a sum for you to not find it. What do you mean you lost it? If you can't find it, that means it's no longer in your accounts. And if it's no longer in your accounts, it's because someone took it or someone's. There's not really a big mystery going on here. We see this unfortunately not just in places like Los Angeles, not just in California as a whole, not just in states, but in the federal government as well. In fact, this reminds me of how they lost billions of dollars from the Pentagon. Let's put this up on the screen really quickly here, where the Pentagon says it can't account for 63% of nearly $4 trillion in assets. DoD regular buys parts and equipment it doesn't need because it can't keep track of the parts and equipment it already owns. By the way, if you did not know, the Pentagon has failed 7 audits in a row, the ones they have allowed. Okay, this is corruption, pure and simple. All right. Do I have proof? No. I'm alleging. I'm alleging for legal reasons. I believe it is corruption, pure and simple. And it truthfully makes my blood boil for multiple reasons. Let me get to the lesser reason first. I'll get to the bigger reason, the more important reason secondary. The lesser reason is as we are constantly trying to beat back the drum on the right that says that government is ineffective, that it doesn't actually do the things it plans to do, that all of our taxes just get wasted, that, government's broken. You know, you can't really help that argument when you see something like this. People in California are taxed at a higher rate than anywhere else in the country. You have to sacrifice essentially to live in a place like that because of the rate that you are taxed to live in that area. If I am told that I'm going to be taxed at a high rate, then there better be a treasure trove of community services available for not just myself, but for the people who need them. And if they're not there, why are we being taxed this much? The taxes have to go somewhere. And when you tell me you've lost $2.5 billion of tax money, I don't believe you. I don't. I think someone took that money and enriched themselves. And now, because homelessness is an overwhelming problem in Los Angeles, you can keep going back to the taxpayers, saying you need more money because you have a problem on your hands, a problem that may have been helped had you had money previously to address the problem, but you lost it. You understand, right? People lose $2.5 billion sometimes. Okay. More importantly, besides my sarcasm here, is the people who are affected by this. Homelessness is a policy decision. We have enough money in this country to permanently address it. We have enough houses already to permanently address it. There are enough homes in America right now that we could put everyone in a home and there'd still be millions of homes left over. I believe the number's closer to 14 million. It might be 17 million. It's one of those two numbers. We choose to let people stay on the street. We choose to let people live in squalor. We have enough money to make sure that everyone in America is in a shelter, a dwelling, a home, whatever you want to call it. We have the money for it. It is possible. It is very likely to be accomplished if we just decided to turn the money spigot on and do it. We have plenty of money. We wouldn't go into debt to do it. We just choose not to do it. LA is one of these places where there is an immense housing problem. There are people sleeping on the streets everywhere. There are tent cities in Los Angeles. I could not imagine being somebody who works, imagine there are people who work for almost next to nothing in some of these like homelessness services, right? Because they just truly believe in the cause. They're there because they want to help these people. They want to get them off the street. They really believe in what they're doing. These are the truly good people in our society. They're willing to work for next to nothing because they just really want to help the community. And I feel for them who are trying to help these people and to find out that the people who are actually dishing out money in their community just found a way to misplace $2.5 billion because, oopsie. I think that this should be a criminal charge without question. If you lose taxpayer dollars, you should go to prison. Period. Period. It's just, there's no way that this can happen. There is absolutely no way that this can happen. Whether, if by some miracle it is an accident, then, lay out your case for how this could have possibly happened. But more than likely, this is not an accident. And people like that need to be in jail. Just pure and simple. Because that money could have saved people's lives and now it's gone. And it also was taken from people who are struggling to survive in the one of the least affordable places in our country. So I am just absolutely disgusted by this whole thing. I am somebody who honestly cares really deeply about the housing crisis in our country. And I am honestly sickened to see something like this happen. There is no excuse for it. I don't care what kind of accounting errors you're talking. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This can never happen, truthfully speaking. We need to get to a point in society where we just absolutely under no circumstances allow people to be sleeping on the street. Not by doing what the right wants to do and putting people, fining people for being on the street or putting people in jail for being on the street, but we look at people being on the street as a policy failure on our part, and we do everything humanly possible to put people in some kind of shelter, whether it is a homelessness shelter or we are just housing everyone, making a housing first policy like we see over in certain like in Sweden and other like Norway, Finland, whatever the case may be. I just want to make sure that everyone is inside when they sleep at night. We have the ability to do it. We need to do it. Thank you for watching this video of independent thought. If you liked the conversation, please go ahead and give the video itself a like and be sure to subscribe for future episodes on the channel.